Hey gang, this is a follow-up video to my little post that I made last night about prepping my unstuffed crock-pot recipe last night that we are going to have for dinner tonight. So this morning I got all the ingredients out of the refrigerator and I tossed them into the crock pot and just turned it on low so that it would cook all day long. And I'm home from work, it's been about 20 minutes, Mark and Sophie just left for dance, and the house smells amazing. It smells like hunky, food that you just can't wait to eat. It smells like my childhood birthday parties, because I swear, like, stuffed cabbage was a staple at every single birthday party, along with, the usuals like potato chips and pretzels and French onion dip, but stuffed cabbage was like one of those meals along with rigatoni that we would always have at family reunions, at birthday parties. So this recipe was easy, and the reason I shared it is because you don't have to do all of that prep work that you do with like a normal stuffed cabbage, which I think that's why people don't make it as often as they would like to, because you feel like it's just a lot of work to roll all those little cabbage rolls, and then you have to bake them all day, so you might have to be home, or I think it's mostly just the act of rolling the cabbage rolls, because technically I do have a crock pot recipe for that, but it's done. It smells so good. I'll share a picture with you guys later. And it saved me so much time because I had everything prepped and ready to go. Sunday, I shredded the cabbage. I just used a package of ground turkey. The onions were sliced. I minced the garlic. I mean, everything was in little containers. Even the sauce that I use, which is just tomato sauce, lemon juice, honey, and there's another ingredient that I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to try to say it again today because I butchered it yesterday and I still can't say it, but you know which one I'm talking about, right? It starts with a W, ends with Shire. So I mean, that's it. It's really just a basic recipe, and it's thrown into the crock pot and it cooks all day. It's almost kind of like a soup, or if you have hunky hand grenades and you just kind of chop them up, that's what it is in its finished form, but you save yourself that time of boiling the cabbage and having to wait for them to cool off and rolling the cabbage rolls. So dinner is done after working all day long. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is now that I'm home from work, I've unpacked my lunch bag and I have to go back to work again tomorrow. So here's kind of why I feel like meal prepping works for me, because I can just grab a few things out of the refrigerator. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be packing because I keep my meal plan handy, and I can just kind of grab them, fire in my bag, and in like 2 minutes my lunch is going to be packed. So for all of my fellow, working parents or parents that just are like always on the go all day long, whether you're running errands, volunteering at your kid's school, or just, maybe you work part-time, like this is kind of why it's key to pick at least one day or doing a little bit throughout the week where you tackle some of these tasks. So this is it. Empty lunch bag. And let's fill it up. So my first meal of the day, well, let's not call it meal, is lemon ginger water. I told you guys this. I share this recipe all the time. I make it in advance. I fill it up in these water bottles, and then I'm just going to set that on the counter because I will take that upstairs with me tonight, and I'll keep it in my bathroom. So first thing tomorrow morning, that's going to be there. It's going to be warm. It's easier to drink, and it kind of sets the tone for the day because it wakes up my body. It helps start my digestion, and it's kind of just like a nice way to wake up and get water into you. You've been sleeping for maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. So do you go that long without drinking during the day? No. So your body's dehydrated. You need to drink first thing in the morning. So keep some water on your counter, whether it's lemon water, whether it's just regular water. If you have it sitting there, it's kind of your visual cue to drink it. So that's kind of my little tip. So my breakfast is always the same. It's Shakeology, and what I do is I have a magic bullet. We use our cups, and I drink water. And so this is just 2 teaspoons of almond butter, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and cinnamon. So why do I put it in the magic bullet cup tonight? Because it saves me time in the morning. I am busy. I get up, I read my personal development, I check my emails, I wait for Sophie to wake up, and then I have to go to work. So I don't have time to be messing around with, okay, well, what should I throw in it today? What should I not? I mean, it's super easy if you wanted to, but like because I like to blend a few things and I get my teaspoons of healthy fat in here, I just make it in the morning and it's easy. So that's in the fridge and it's ready to go. Marks we do the same thing with. So breakfast is done. So now I have a mid-morning snack. I always typically do a protein and a fruit for my mid-morning snack. So I do 2 hard-boiled eggs tomorrow. That's on my meal plan. And I'm going to have an apple. 2 peeled hard-boiled eggs. So I just have these little containers, or I put them in plastic baggies. In the bag it goes. Apple. I use one of those apple slicers. In the bag it goes. Mid-morning snack done. So after that, it is lunchtime. So for lunch tomorrow, I am having a Greek yogurt cup with mixed berries. I typically do raspberries or blackberries or strawberries. I actually have a variety of all of them this week from what I bought at Aldi's. They're already portioned out. They're in a bag. I'm going to grab them. Watch this. So here are my berries and yogurt cup. Lunch is done. Oh, and I also do peanuts. So my little orange container of peanuts, that's my lunch. And then in the afternoon, around like 3 o'clock, I typically have veggies. I have 2 servings of veggies and half a serving of hummus. So that is ready to go as well. Because who likes cutting veggies and prepping them during the week? So there's all my veg. There's a little container of hummus in there. And in my lunch bag it goes. And I'm ready to hit the road tomorrow morning. So doing this tonight is going to save you a ton of time in the morning. I talk to people all the time who are like, oh, I try to do it in the morning and I forget to take my breakfast, or I forget to take something for lunch. So I either eat out or I don't eat at all. How do you forget to eat? That is like my first question, because I'm always thinking about eating. I'm always thinking about, when is my next meal? What am I supposed to be eating? Am I staying on track? You know, how can I make my life easier? So doing it the day before, the night before, so even if you don't do like a big meal prep like I do on Sundays, you can still do little things during the week. So if you need to take veggies tomorrow but you don't have a lot of time, then have baby carrots on hand, or you know, cucumbers, or those little mini peppers that they sell in the bags now. You can just take those with you. That's super easy. They sell hummus in a cup, or guacamole if you want something like a healthy fat. They sell those things in a cup. I've even seen, if you don't like baby carrots, they have peeled and cut carrot sticks now at Giant Eagle that I'm eating, because just to change it up a little bit. Yogurt cups are easy. They even sell peeled hard-boiled eggs somewhere. Someone told me that they buy their hard-boiled eggs already peeled. I don't remember who it was, but if you're watching this, post that below. So if you don't want to peel eggs or hard-boil them, you can buy them that way. Or cottage cheese cups are another easy protein that you might want to have. Apples, pears, oranges, bananas, portable, right? As long as it's washed, it's ready to go. You can just take it with you and eat it with you. I prefer to have mine sliced, but you know what? In a freaking pinch, I would eat an apple if it wasn't sliced. So even if I just had it ready to go and washed on the counter, or I like to keep my fruit in the fridge because I like to eat it cold, ready to go. And those are things that you can just grab and take with you. You don't have to do a lot of prepping. So for my friends, yes. Oh, Jody, it was you. Okay. So Jody gets her peeled hard-boiled eggs from Giant Eagle and Sam's Club. So if anyone else is looking to save time and the aggravation of peeling hard-boiled eggs, I've been really getting put through the ringer with my hard-boiled eggs recently. Giant Eagle and Sam's Club is where you can get them. I have not seen them. So are they in the refrigerated section? They're somewhere. They have to be. I mean, they have to be refrigerated. But I've not seen them, but they exist because obviously Jody is saying that she has them. So if you just need to do that, that would be perfect to have in the refrigerator. If you just, like, those are time savers. So it might cost a little bit more, but if it saves you time and aggravation, then it's a win. So it's a trade-off, and you're still eating more healthy, and it's going to save you from eating something outside of the house, which is going to be more expensive and bad for you anyway. So there's little tips. Like, just because I massive meal prep one day a week doesn't mean you have to either. Like, everyone is individual and you have to do what works for you. Like, my job as your coach or a coach is to just give you tips, to give you ideas, to help brainstorm ways to save you time, to save you money, and to stay on track. So my method isn't what you have to do. It's just kind of, I'll talk to you about what works for me, and then we can figure out what might work for you. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, just give you guys some ideas and tips. I mean, they even sell like little baggies of peanuts now, or almonds or walnuts. I mean, they have them pre-portioned, so if you know exactly what you're supposed to eat, then you can take them with you. And that's easy to keep in your purse, in your car console, or wherever it is, to just have something if you get stuck waiting for your kids at a practice, or picking them up at school, or if you get stuck in traffic and you're just like famished. The last thing that you want to do is starve and then come walk in the door and eat whatever you have in your house for the kids. Like, Sophie has snacks in this house, guys. It's not like, you know, we're like completely clean in this house. Like, we still have goldfish and we have Cheez-Its and we have fruit snacks. So, you know, I mean, and it's tempting sometimes when you're starving to just grab something out and start munching on it. But if you kind of can help fend those things off, you'll be more successful. So what are you saying? In the egg section at Giant Eagle, I have never seen them there. I am going to look for them. I want to see these peeled, hard-boiled eggs. I'm definitely going to look for those. So, yeah, I mean, like, I got screwed last week trying to peel some hard-boiled eggs. They looked so terrible. So that is it. Dinner done in the crock pot. Lunch is packed and ready to go for tomorrow. Mark's lunch is packed. It's downstairs in the refrigerator. I have to bring that up because otherwise, somehow, some way, he sometimes walks out the door without it too. So as a busy working parent who is just forgetful, if you have your stuff ready to go, you'll never be caught off guard. Anyone has any questions, or if you want the crockpot unstuffed crockpot recipe, just let me know. It's so good. I tasted a little bit of it, and I'm going to be eating it here soon. I will talk to y'all later. Jody, I will see you very shortly, and thank you for the egg tip. I can't wait to go and try and check that out at Giant Eagle. I'm going to go change and get on with my day. See ya!